guys, Standing Simmer here today, back for another house building video in The Sims 4. So today we are building what I think I've entitled the Simple Beach Shack. So I was kind of in the mood to build something a bit more chill. This is not a limited packs build like what I've been doing here recently once a week on the channel. I kind of went ham on all the packs. I didn't restrict myself in any way. I also didn't restrict myself money-wise, although it ended up being a reasonably affordable home. I mean, it's not starter by any means, but it's okay budget-wise, sort of. Anyways, like I said, kind of was in the mood to build something a bit more simple and a little bit more laid back, and I had the perfect excuse because one of the sets of Sims in the challenge I'm currently playing was in need of a new home, so that was the perfect excuse for me to build this. If you guys have been keeping up with my current household that I've been updating you guys on here recently, the Lyrics Legacy Challenge in The Sims, I had an heir and his girlfriend who were in need of a new home, just somewhere to live as they start their lives together, and I thought that the idea of a beach home kind of here centered on the island of Windenburg was a pretty good place for them to start. Their family, since this is the third generation, also has a little bit of money built up, so that's another reason why I wasn't trying to restrict myself when it came to packs. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, guys. We are building what I have called the Simple Beach Shack, made to fit 1 to 2 of your kind of laid back, chill, nature-loving Sims. And I really do like the way that this guy turned out. It is, as the title suggests, a simple home. There really isn't a lot of structure to the outside, as you'll see. I mean, it's literally a square built on top of a square. There's not a whole bunch of elaborate design on the outside. I didn't really mix up the use of my windows or anything like that. There's not a whole lot of like architectural genius going on here, but I really like the way that it turns out. And to be honest, in the end especially, it really fits well the personalities of the Sims that I was intending to build it for. So if you would happen to have a set of more, casual, chill, laid-back Sims that you feel like this would fit well, then it is available on the gallery. I nearly always forget to say that. I honestly should make it a part of my intro to say, hey, before I start, rambling, this is available on the gallery, because I almost always forget to say that during my build videos. Either that or it's like tucked in away at the end where, you guys might not catch it. So I always do try to put my gallery ID down in the description. So hopefully, if you have wanted any of my creations up until this point, you were able to find them that way. But this is available on the gallery. As with a lot of my builds, I typically upload them like right away. There are all kinds of things on my gallery that either I built, pre-YouTube, or that I have built since starting YouTube, but really haven't decided to share at this point, that I built. And I mean, I kind of like the way that they turned out, but it just, it wasn't good enough for me to like put in, the effort and such to edit and, do a voiceover and things like that. It wasn't quite up to my, my standard, so to speak. So if you're ever curious, then I do try to be really good about uploading myself on the gallery, and a lot of it is available over there. So yeah, Standing Simmer is my ID, or you can search under the hashtag Standing Simmer as well. So that should be available there for you guys. So the layout of this house, like I said, kind of like the exterior, is really pretty simple. Like there's not really a whole lot going on. The most sectioned off part of the house is what we're working on here with the bathroom. Just this really, little rectangle of a room, and everything else in the house is just kind of laid open and bare. Like there's not really a whole lot going on. But again, I really like the way that everything ended up turning out. Like it's pretty, simple. I mean, I keep saying the word simple because that's also in the title, but that's really what it is. It's just like, there's this very sweet, open, colorful space that I really have enjoyed playing in so far, because spoiler alert, I have actually I've already moved these Sims in, but I've also already played so far into the generation that this house is already too small for their family. So yeah, I have actually moved past this house in my personal gameplay by the time that I'm recording this. But of course, I built this like several days ago and have been playing in it ever since. So that's the reason for that. just finishing up the bathroom here now. Like I said, really bright, really colorful, lots of different patterns. I have been loving the shower and the tiles that came with the Jungle Adventure pack. Guys, those are so gorgeous. Like, honestly, I'm so glad that they decided to give us a pack like what came with the Jungle Adventure pack, because it all looks so nice. And I like tucking in things like that, items that come with these kind of more specific styles that we get in the game amongst other kinds of styles. So, you know, something like what came with Jungle Adventure maybe fits better in a jungle build, but it can also fit in a beach shack, kind of like we're building today. And I like seeing how different items can be incorporated in a variety of ways. So yeah, just put those guys in there because I'm loving the tiles so much. Let's see, what are some other packs I use a lot? Obviously, cats and dogs. You can see like those windows, especially the ones there behind the bed that open to the outside. Now, obviously, that's 2 cats and dogs windows surrounding a Jungle Adventure window. But I thought the fact that the ocean is kind of out that direction, that, I mean, why would you want to, you know, have shutters on your windows? Like, why wouldn't you just want to leave them open all the time? And so, yeah, that was kind of the theme I was going for with this, is that not only is it this small cluttered space that's very close to the outdoors, but that parts of it do actually kind of cross over into the outdoors as well. So, yeah. Now, here in a second, because it's not looking too cluttered just yet. Like, I'm getting there, but we haven't put in too much clutter as of right now in the build. Here in a while, you'll notice that this place is like crazy with clutter. Like, there's stuff in weird places, and it might look a little questionable, but never fear, I got you. Typically when I move my sim self in to a build so that I can take the screenshots, I just go ahead and have her player test a lot of the important items in the build, because, you know, she's there already. I usually have the time, why not? So yeah, I have actually already had my sim self player test all the items in this house, and everything works except, this is my bad, guys, the trash can that I tucked away in the kitchen. I think it's next to the stove. It's over, I think, a little too far into the corner. So while I do eventually put a trash can outside that is usable, the one that's in the kitchen is not usable. I'm sorry about that. For some reason, I managed to like miss that entirely when I had my sim self here testing. But then later, when I was actually playing in this house with the family that I was telling you guys about a second ago, I had to have them like empty the trash, and they couldn't do it, unfortunately. So other than that, though, the bed fits and sleeps 2 Sims, no problem. They can sit on all of the surfaces. They can get over there to the desk area to use that computer and to utilize the bookshelf. And you can see there that we've put a dining table behind the couch, which I thought was kind of cool, because I realized kind of too late that I wanted a table back there, but we didn't have a dining table yet. And it fit back there just perfectly, and I was hoping against hope that it would work in this build, and it did. So there are 2 chairs, both of which work attached to that dining table. And so yeah, your Sims will have no problem doing just about anything they need to do in this house. Of course, the bathroom works just fine. It really wasn't too bad clutter-wise as the rest of the build. So yeah, everything works no problem, guys. So we are actually getting pretty close to wrapping up the inside of the house, and then we move on to the outside for a little bit of landscaping and good stuff. There isn't too much that I put on the outside. Like, there's just some really simple landscaping, and that's honestly about it. Like, I don't do too much as far as like placing skill building items or decorating the porch area outside, because well, I was trying to kind of be okay with my budget, and I didn't want to clutter it up too much. I wanted it to be, you know, like the title suggests, simple. So that's what we did on this one today, guys. I feel like my voice is really hoarse today while recording this voiceover. And that's because one of my weekend jobs is that I time races, like local 5Ks and stuff. So I usually get up really, really early on a Saturday morning and go time these local races. And a part of that, you know, while I'm timing, I like to like cheer on the people that are coming across the finish line. So then when I sit down to do these, well, stand up actually, you know, I'm standing simmer. when I come over here to my computer to do my voiceovers, I feel like I'm just like, oh, like my voice is starting to go. You know, I have to clear my throat a whole bunch before I start. So I hope you guys don't mind. I hope it's not really as noticeable as I think it might possibly be. but it's probably fine, you know. I don't know. I just feel like if I'm timing a race, I'm not going to just stand there and like stare at people as they come across the finish line. And plus, you know, if you're out there running a 5K really early on a Saturday morning, you know, you need some encouragement, you know. So that's what I try to do. Anyways, guys, we are on to the screenshots. Sorry about my like random rambling in this video. I feel like I'm kind of in a weird mood. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it regardless. I hope you like the build. Like I said, it is available on the gallery. I enjoyed building it, and it's been really cute for my family so far. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. I appreciate your comments and all that you might leave down below. And I hope you're having the best of days. I will speak to you very soon. Bye. I'm so